Joe Joyce stops Joseph Parker, 11th round.
Yeah.
Like, what's your thoughts on the fight, and what's your thoughts on Joe Joyce going forward?
First of all, I didn't know too much about Parker. I seen him before, but I didn't know too much about him. Great fighter, though, in my eyes. I seen he did some good things in that fight. He got a lot of heart. He got good skills. But Joe Joyce is just too big. He's just too massive of a guy. And his pressure is, like, through the roof. The way he pressures guys is crazy. You know what I mean? Because he'll walk through a shot, or he's so big, he'll take a step over and be right in front of you because he's so wide. You know what I mean? That was a great fight in my eyes, because it wasn't an easy fight for Joe Joyce, but you saw the breakdown. You saw how Joseph Parker broke down. But what I liked about that fight was Joseph Parker at times looked to be finished, but he was fighting back. But Joe Joyce was just too much for him.
Joe Joyce ate a lot of big shots.
Yeah, he did.
But Joseph Parker landed like a couple of overhand right, swooping right hands.
Yeah.
That would have stopped or knocked down a lesser man.
Yeah.
Can Joe Joyce compete? And when I say compete, be successful against the big three or big four in the heavyweight division?
I think he could compete probably with Joshua more than he could with Wilder and Fury. You know what I mean? But Usyk, I just think Usyk is too small. He quick enough to beat Joe Joyce, but I think he's too small. See, a lot of people, they like to go off the amateurs, but it's the amateurs. The maximum amount of time you're gonna spend as an amateur in the ring is 9 minutes. That's not long enough. We talking about the pros. We're gonna be in there for 36 minutes if it goes the distance at 12 round rate. I think Usyk will look good probably for 7 rounds, but then I think he'll slow down. The pressure is just too much. I think if Wilder land a clean right hand on Joe Joyce, I think he'll knock him out. And I think Fury is just too big of a man. I think he'll outsmart him and make it easy. But for anybody else, they got hell to pay fucking with Joe Joyce. He's too big. Too big.
The questions came up with Wilder. You had some people saying, well, Joe Joyce will, eat the right hand or whatnot.
Yeah.
I can't see anybody eating the right hand of Deontay Wilder.
No. That's just a different punch, man. That's a different kind of punch. The good thing about Joyce, the good thing for Joyce in that fight, him and Wilder is almost the same height. The bad thing is he don't move his head too much. He don't get his hands up enough. And I think that right hand land a good 4 or 5 times, I think it'd be a wrap. I don't think he'd knock him out with the first one, but he keep cracking at it. You're going to open him up.
Kind of like hitting the wall?
Yeah. Chopping the tree. You're going to have to, chop at it a good 20, 30 times before you really get some action going, but depending on the tree. But this is a crazy situation. I hope one of those fights happen. I want to see it.
As far as the other fighters, I guess the lesser of the top 10.
Yeah.
You feel like Joe Joyce beats them all, or stylistically?
Yeah, he's gonna smother all of them. That's just the thing. He got a smothering style. He's hard to get away from. So if you're not in the best of shape, and if you don't have enough firepower to keep him off of you, it's not gonna be too much you could do about it.